Welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is SSG, and the title of this video is Why the Spirit of Lust is So Deadly to Men. Have you ever felt like something unseen is controlling your decisions, pulling you towards choices that seem sweet in the moment but leave you bitter afterwards? What if I told you that there's a force so subtle yet so powerful, it's silently stealing your strength, your peace, and even your destiny? Today we're talking about the spirit of lust and why it's one of the most dangerous traps a man can fall into in today's world. I usually don't make videos like this, but I've witnessed a trend in today's world where men are just lost. And I mean that with all puns intended. I feel like men in today's world are really just looking for something to fill the void, and I feel like talking about it. So let's get into the video. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine a fisherman casting his net into the sea. The fish sees the bait and they rush towards it, unaware of the danger that lies beneath. That's what lust does to men. It's the bait that hides in the hook. And once it's got you, it's not just your mind that's caught, it's your soul, your purpose, your potential. Lust isn't just about physical desire. It's about the insatiable craving for something that promises satisfaction but never delivers, and I know many of you can relate to this. Hey, there ain't no shame in it. I've been there. Lust is something that gives false promises. It gives you a false high, and when it's got you hooked, you're hooked. And the scariest part, it's everywhere, not just in men, even in women as well. It's on your phone, it's on your computer, it's on your TV. Hell, it's even on billboards nowadays. Even in your thoughts. But what are we gonna do? It's everywhere. That's what makes it so deadly. It is literally everywhere. Lust destroys your mind, not just your sanity. It takes away your entire mind, and it shifts your perspective and makes you focus on the wrong things. It makes you see things that aren't there. It makes you do things that you wouldn't do on a normal day. It's almost like it has a hive mind, and everyone who is under its illusion is kind of just mindless and going about life in the wrong way. Firstly, let's talk about what lust does to the mind. A lot of studies show that consistent exposure to lustful imagery or thoughts rewire your brain. Yeah, lust can rewire the way you think. It creates pathways that makes you crave more, just like a drug. It is very much like an abusive substance. You're literally programming yourself to be a slave to your impulses. Think about it for a second. I would always use myself for an example. When I was deep in the claws, I was deep in the belly of the beast. I was always thinking about the wrong things, saying the wrong things. I was never working on my purpose, and even when I was working on my purpose, I was always thinking about something else. You know what that other thing is that I was always thinking about? I was always thinking about, sex. I was always thinking about women, and it generally made me objectify women in the worst way. And many men are still dealing with this demon, but they don't even know it. Like, many men today don't think the way they were always meant to think. They think in a very obscure way, and this isn't meant to be so. When your brain is rewired for lust, you lose focus. You lose the ability to think critically, to be creative, to even dream about your future. It all takes a backseat, and you end up chasing fleeting pleasures instead of lasting fulfillment. I want to say something about OnlyCans. I won't say the real name, but you know what I'm talking about. OnlyCans. These men who go on OnlyCans to buy, explicit content from these models, these men are making these girls so rich. These OnlyCans models are getting so rich off of men's desire for lust. And it is so jarring because right now it's been normalized and everyone thinks it's just like another day in the jungle. But to me, I feel it's so like demonic, and I feel it really is taking a toll on society at large. Because when the men are defeated, what hope is there for society? And I mean, I'm not knocking anybody's hustle. The OnlyCans girls are going to do what they do, irrespective of me making this video, irrespective of anyone telling them what to do. People are going to capitalize where they see opportunity. I'm just saying, we the men who are fueling this beast, this machine, we need to have a talk. We need to talk about it. We need to talk about the damage it's doing to our futures. If one of us is trapped, all of us is trapped. That's the way I see things. Until all of us are free, none of us are free. And going into 2025, I really don't want to see men still fighting the same battles that they've been fighting since they were teenagers. Most of these men now are in their 40s, 50s. I'm still a young guy. I'm still a relatively young guy. And there's still hope for us. But I want everyone to know, everyone who is listening to this, I want you to know that there is hope for you still. And I truly believe that. I believe it with all my heart. Lust also weakens your spirit. Let's talk about it. It's not just your mind that goes down the rabbit hole. Lust targets your spirit. Have you ever felt guilt or shame after giving in to temptation? Have you ever gone to a brothel and spent more than you should have? That's not a random feeling. It's your spirit crying out for something more. Lust creates a cycle of sin and regret that makes you feel disconnected from God, from others, and even from yourself. This is such a deep conversation to have, because really our spirit is who we are. Our spirit is what makes us humans. And when we keep killing our spirit, when we keep doing things that do not honor our spirit, it starts to show up in real life. It starts to show up in our everyday connections, our everyday interactions. It starts to show up. It starts to rear its ugly head. People start to see that you're losing your glow. You're not shining like you were before. There's just something about you now that's different. People can actually smell that stuff on you. That's your spirit being killed. It's not a coincidence, guys. It's not a coincidence. Pardon me. It's not a coincidence that you feel the way you feel after giving into temptation, after giving into the devil. We need to resist the urge to outrightly give in to our temptations. Our animalistic nature is there, I understand. I'm not saying everyone who's watching this video should just outrightly quit porn, outrightly quit corn, everything that they've been doing or that they've been partaking in. I'm not saying that, no. All I'm saying is you need to think twice about how these things you're doing are affecting you on a day-to-day basis, because they are. When you let lust in, it doesn't just take up space. It pushes out peace, clarity, and joy. You start to feel hollow, like something is missing, and that's because lust was never meant to satisfy you. It was meant to enslave. It was meant to enslave your mind, your spirit, your body, and your soul. And I want you to recognize that. I want you to realize that you haven't achieved some certain things in life because of your lust. Your lust has held you back. In case you don't know it, your lust has held you back from achievements. That's the truth. Some of us have had, female friends that we ruined relationships with just because we lusted after them. We had women in our corner who would do anything for us, who would open us up to more opportunities, but because we felt like we could sleep with them, we actually ruined a great relationship. It's really horrible. And I really want you guys to leave this video with a sense of urgency, a sense of duty to yourselves and to your communities and your families and the people who believe in you. Another great tip, or another great segment, if you will, is to know that lust damages relationships. It's the same point as what I gave before. Let's talk about relationships for a bit. Lust convinces you that people are objects. It trains you to see others not as souls with value, but as things to consume. Keyword here is consume. Consume. That's what the spirit of lust is. That's what the succubus is. That's what the Jezebel spirit is. It is a spirit that likes to consume and consume and consume. Even the host, you are not safe. It is like a parasite that latches onto you, and its only mission is to destroy. Lust destroys intimacy because it replaces love with selfishness. Instead of giving, you're always taking and taking. Instead of building trust, you're breaking it. And let's not even get started on how lust fuels infidelity, addiction, and broken homes. Yeah. Let that marinate for a second. Lust destroys intimacy. It's no wonder people in our generation today struggle with dating, because everyone is so lustful. Everyone is so lost in the sauce. Everyone is so unattentive. Everyone is so confused and focused on the wrong thing. And I see it every day. I see it on social media. I see it on the streets. I see it when I go to work. I see it on my computer. It's just everywhere. Like, having a girlfriend for me right now is so difficult because I don't even think I can trust someone unless they share the same values as I do. Unless they are on the same frequency. It's a really regrettable thing that has happened to our generation, but I'm still hopeful. I'm hopeful because this is something that we can conquer together. This is something I want to keep talking about, and this is something I know can really, really, really impact all of us in a very positive way. So I'll keep sharing videos like this to remind you, to be a sort of companion, to be someone who reminds you of your duty, to be someone who is on the journey with you. I'm no better than anyone who is watching this video because I have been in the same boat. I have been in this boat for years and years and years, and the boat keeps on sinking over and over again. It is a continuous loop of a ship sinking. I keep drowning over and over and over again. And I know that everyone here, everyone who's watching this video, can somehow relate to this. Even if you can't relate fully, I know that somehow you face some kind of temptations in your life that just want to consume you and consume everybody around you. Lust also steals your purpose. Let's talk about that. Your purpose is your most valued possession, or should be. And if you don't have a purpose, I urge you to watch my last video talking about why you should start a YouTube channel. I'm not saying you should start a YouTube channel, but I'll get into that later. Lust steals your purpose. Let's talk about that before I get into what I wanted to talk about before. Here's the most dangerous thing about lust. It steals your time, it steals your purpose, and it steals your moments that were created for the right type of feeling to come into your life. Every time you spend your energy chasing temporary pleasures is a moment you're not investing in your dreams, your family, and your legacy. How do you want to be remembered? Do you want to be remembered as that guy who was always wanking? Pardon me. Do you want to be remembered as that guy who was always jerking off? Because you can be if you want to. That is no purpose I wish for any man of God, or anyone who chooses to follow God, or anyone who chooses to follow the right path. Lust keeps you stuck in the present, making you blind to the future. And if you stay there for too long, you'll wake up one day and realize you've wasted years and years and years doing something that was never going to yield anything fruitful. Don't let that be your story. Change something up. Start going to the gym. Start meeting other bros. Start meeting, better women. Start meeting women. Start meeting people so you can stop objectifying people. Start having more conversations with people outside of social media, outside of the internet. Start meeting people in real life and start having these conversations. Now, I know I've spent a lot of time 16 minutes actually. I've spent 16 minutes ranting about the spirit of lust. But how can we break free from this demon that wants to devour us, that wants to leave us destitute? There's good news. You don't have to stay trapped. Breaking free from the spirit of lust is no easy feat, but it is possible. And it starts with 3 key steps. The first step is to recognize the trap. Recognize the trap. Lust thrives in darkness. When you bring it to light, when you admit it, face it, and call it what it is, you take away its power. That's so important. It's important to bring things to light. They say whatever is done in the dark will always come to light. And I believe this to be true. You can expose your demons. You can shine the sun on the vampires that wish to suck you dry. You can just kick them into the sun and watch them wither away. It's the same thing with lust. Lust has power in darkness because it was born from darkness. You can make a quick exit by simply taking away its power. Talk about it with someone that you can confide in. Very important. Make sure you confide in this person. Make sure this person is on your side that you wish to confide in. Confide in them. Tell them about your struggles. Tell them about everything that's been happening to you. Tell them about your weak moments. Trust people. And this way, you can actually understand it for what it is. It is just a demon that thrives in darkness. And we have the power to take away its power. Hope that makes sense. Step 2 is to rewire your mind. Step 2 is to rewire your mind. The second step is to rewire your mind. Replace lustful habits with habits that build you up. Read, meditate, exercise, connect with people who inspire you. The more you feed your mind good things, the less room there is for lust. What we consume eventually consumes us. Keyword again is consume. What are you consuming? Where are the places you're going to? What are you reading? What are you watching with your laptop? What are you seeing on the internet when you go online? Reclaim your zeal for a healthy life. Reclaim your zeal for a healthier, much more wholesome life. And you can do this by simply rewiring your mind. Focus on other things. Consume better things. Consume better content. Avoid negative content. Step 3 is to claim your purpose. Claim your purpose. Set goals that excite you. Serve others. Pursue a life that's bigger than yourself. When you're focused on your purpose, you don't have time to be distracted by lust. Now this brings me back to why I said you should watch my last video on starting a YouTube channel. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Starting a YouTube channel is very difficult, but it gave me a purpose. It gave me a purpose because now I have a place to vent. I have a place where I can go to help people. I have a platform I can use for good, a platform I can use to build my legacy. And I want that for anyone who wants that for themselves. Starting a YouTube channel gave me my purpose. I don't know what your purpose is in life, but I know mine is to help people. I know mine is to guide people. I know mine is to use my platform for the right things by uploading my video gameplays and also inspiring people who want to do this to also, just get at it. My job in life is to entertain and educate. And I found a home in YouTube. And I hope the same, happens for you in whichever way you want it to. Your purpose could be, driving. Your purpose could be singing. Your purpose could be serving God. Your purpose could be banking. It could be anything. As long as it gives you joy, as long as it ignites that fire in your heart, you can use your purpose to focus on other things that will be energetically good for you and good for the world at large and good for society. You can reclaim your purpose, you can claim a purpose, and you can also reclaim your purpose. You can set goals, you can set amazing goals. My goal for this year was to start a YouTube channel, and I didn't start until the end of the year. I only started this channel about a month ago, and I have already seen immense growth. If I had started this channel 5 years ago, where would I be? That's the power of Lost. Lost keeps you away from what you're meant to be doing. I could have been doing this years ago. That's a fact. Many of you could have been doing YouTube years ago. We could have had success already. But because we were so enthralled in Lost, we were so lost in the source, we didn't start our channels. We didn't do what we were meant to do. We didn't finish school. We didn't chase our purpose. This is so wrong. It is a tragedy that has befallen men in this world. And I just want you to know that as men, we are built to fight. So fight. We are built for the battle. We are built for war. Men are not meant to have it easy. That is why our journey is harder. That is just a fact. Our journey is going to be harder than every other person's. So don't compare yourself to women. Don't compare yourselves to people who are doing better than you. Never compare yourself. All you have to do is step into your purpose and begin to live a life of servitude. And I promise you, the lack of attention that Lost receives when you start your purpose is so powerful. It is so invigorating. It is so exciting. And I want this for you. I want you to step into your purpose. I want you to claim your purpose. Claim it and claim it and claim it again. Because it is yours to claim. And the devil can never take that away from you. The final challenge. Lost is deadly because it's subtle. It doesn't announce itself with a big bang. It sleeps in quietly, promising pleasure but delivering pain. Think back to the first time you watched Korn. When was the first time you saw explicit images of a woman or a man? Was it a friend or family member who showed it to you? Did you see it on your parents' mobile device? Did you see it on an uncle's phone or an auntie's laptop? Or was it a teacher or whoever who introduced you to this lifestyle? That's the dangers of Lost. It slips in quietly. But you have the power to fight back. You were always made for more than this. So today I challenge you. I challenge you with my final challenge. I challenge you. You who are watching this video, I challenge you to take one step. One step towards breaking free. One step towards reclaiming your life. You've got this. Just take one step. It could be deleting all the corn you have on your laptop. I hope YouTube doesn't sanction me for this, or because I've said that word so many times. I hope I don't get like a strike or anything. You need to actually take a step towards cleansing your mind. Just take one simple step. Just delete all the explicit content you have on your devices. Avoid those websites. You know the ones I'm talking about. Avoid those people who fuel your desire for this thing. Avoid anybody in your life who wants you to keep slipping back into old habits. Avoid these people because they are not adding anything to you. You've got this and you are not alone. I want you to know that I'm in this fight with you. I'm not a perfect person, but I'm a person who wants to seek perfection. And I want that for everyone who is watching this video. So share it with someone who needs it. Let's start a movement of men breaking free. Men and women breaking free one step at a time. I hope this video wasn't too harsh on you. And I know the truth can be bitter. I know the truth can sting a little bit. But that's just the nature of the truth. It is not pretty. It is not a bed of roses. It is not sweet to the touch or to the taste. It is what it is. It is the truth. Lust has ruined many lives. It has ruined a lot of great men. It has taken a lot from a lot of people. It has ruined marriages, ruined relationships, and ruined families. It has destroyed careers. And you may think, oh, it's just me having another wank, bro. I promise you, it's not. It's way deeper than you think. That is your life force. That is your life essence. That is your lifeblood. It is. Your semen is your lifeblood. When you burn semen, it turns into blood. That is your life force that you're giving away to the spirit of lust. And it has to stop at some point. It just has to stop. I hope this video was everything you thought it would be. I hope I can make more videos like this because this one really hit close to home. I hope we as men can continue to encourage each other to keep making the right decisions, to keep going forward, and to keep changing lives the same way others changed ours. I hope we keep paying it forward. My name is SSG, signing out. As always, peace, and more peace. Love you guys. Stay strong. Stay on the right path. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.